Hi guys, welcome to Youth Connect. I am Aiden.
Hello everyone, my name is Kevin.
Hello everyone, I am Logan.
Hello everyone, I'm Jeffrey.
And welcome to our Youth Connect. Hi guys, happy Friday. If you guys know, it's looking a little bit gloomy outside today, but do not worry. Our episode of Youth Connect is definitely going to be something that is going to get you in the mood to learn about something new, whether that be cooking knowledge, some world news, video game news, or even some live music. It's going to be something that's going to shock you to your core, as some people would say. For those who don't know, Youth Connect is a news, interest, entertainment show that was more than just sharing stories. Right now, we are trying to make a platform of inclusion and acceptance every single episode. And I know Youth Connect is going to be a show that you are going to love. If you guys know, we have a lot of people on our list today, but on the first note, we always have to do some video game news. All right, guys, if first things on the list is going to be some video game news. Now, this is a game that has either come out recently, coming out soon, or is going to be an old classic. And today is actually going to be a semi-old classic, but also modern in a way. And today's game of the week is called Dredge. Now, why am I talking about Dredge? Well, I'm talking about Dredge specifically because this game has actually been ridiculed as being one of the strangest games, but also being so interesting and unique that people say that it's very good. And with the recent update that it's had, apparently has fixed every issue that people had trouble with. So this game has gotten a 9 out of 10. That's incredible. Imagine the change of just changing a few bugs here and there. So you will captain your fishing trawler to explore a collection of remote isles and their surrounding depths to see what lies below. You must sell your catch to the locals and complete quests to learn more about each area's troubled past. Outfit your boat with better equipment to trawl deep sea trenches and navigate to far off lands. But keep an eye on the time. You might not like what finds you out in the dark. Starting from your new home in the remote archipelago, the Marrows take you to the water and scour the depths for curious collectibles and over 125 deep sea denizens. Explore each area while completing quests and visiting neighboring island regions, each with their own unique opportunities, inhabitants, and secrets. Someone wants you to dig up the past, but can you trust them? And will there be ever enough? Danger is everywhere because you have to watch out for sharp rocks and shallow reefs, though the biggest of all threats lurk within the fog that cloaks the nighttime seas. So apparently there's actually been DLC. There's been DLC for an ice area, and now there's an area called the trenches. So now we can have an area where you can visit a big oil rig area. So it's quite interesting. But this game is a lot of mystery today, and it's very interesting because people have been saying that besides the bugs, they said that the story was amazing and all that needed to be fixed were those issues, and those issues have been fixed. So if you want to play a good sea game where you have to collect things, upgrade your tools, and find out the secrets of this dark world, I recommend that you check out Dredge and its DLC that is going to be coming out. So I am going to be bringing you next some more news, but before I can bring you my second gaming news, the next person on our list is Kevin. And Kevin's going to be sharing us some interesting news, but more importantly, that interesting fact that's always shared at the end.
Hello everyone, welcome to the one and only Youth Connect News, which I bring news, sports, weather, and a very interesting fact just for you. I'm your host Kevin Aruja, so here are the headlines. In talks between York University and the faculty union continue as potential strike looms. The TDSB salutes the three grade 12 students who average more than 99.5%. The Maple Leafs fan reacted to Austin Matthews reportedly become the captain. And breaking news, Toronto Maple Leafs name Austin Matthews as the captain. The York University may see another strike this year, and it could happen as fall classes roll back in session. On Thursday, the York University Faculty Association, they announced it is getting prepared for a possible strike or lockout after saying administration were threatened to unilaterally change working conditions for several staff. The UFA is the certified bargaining agent for about 1,700 full-time faculty, librarians, and archivists, as well as postdoctoral visitors at the university. A major concern for both faculty and students alike, the association says, is the the class size for undergraduate students. According to UFA, Gladden and Kiel campuses are seeing 10 times the number of students in some of our classes due to recent restructuring. The professional association also says your faculty members have been fired since last July, while others are being incentivized to retire. Sorry about that. The university claims it has no money to maintain reasonable class size, but the Ontario Auditor General found out that York is financially sustainable, with net assets of $1.9 billion at the end of 2022 to 2023. The UFA Vice President Internal Art Radin says, following the report, the university accepted the recommendations and agreed that York is financially sustainable. A spokesperson for the university confirmed that it has continued to meet with UFA since beginning in the strike or lockout positions on August 2nd. Both agreed to have Eli Gedalov mediate to mutually reach a renewal collective agreement. It has so far met on August 17th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. In February, nearly 3,000 contract faculty, teaching, research, and graduate assistants and part-time librarians went on a weeks-long strike to shine a light on concerns of affordability, job security, and equity in the workplace. There are two remaining bargaining sessions between UFA and university, were scheduled to take place over the weekend. For many students, graduating high school with a decent average is a feat in itself. But for three hardworking Toronto high school students this year, decent meant leaving almost nothing on the table. The Toronto District School Board this week revealed the three graduating grade 12 students who scored the top averages across all public high schools in the city for the 2023 to 2024 academic year. Just 0.2 percentage points separate the three, making it an Olympic-style finish. Arisha Mahe of Northview Heights double S score on the average of 99.6%, while Emma Rijal Nakahara, who attended virtual school, came out in 99.7%. Jarvis CI student Alina Trebizzi was the TDSB top students this year with an average of 99.8%. Speaking with CB24 on Wednesday morning, Trebizzi boiled her success down to the word consistency. Having finished her high-achieving high school career, Mahe said she's happy that she's get to share the success that all of her hard work has brought. Even more impressive than top scholars did more than just study the high school years. Tabrizi took part in volleyball, contemporary dance, and a yearbook and prom committees. The Brijal Nakahara participate in a newsletter, yearbook, and tutoring clubs, while also practicing judo outside of school and volunteering with the Hyde Park Nature Center and a Toronto Public Library Team Council. Meanwhile, Mahe played on the Northview's varsity soccer team and served as a president of the school's business and art clubs, or a co-president of the tutoring club. While some might consider the extracurricular activities distractions, Tabrizi said they in fact helped her to avoid burnouts from academics. Mahe will be studying management and organizational studies at Western University, but the Ivy advanced early opportunity status. And Brijal Nakahara, meanwhile, will be attending the University of Toronto's Scarborough campus to study conservation, policy, and creative writing. Austin Matthews, the Toronto Maple Leafs star center, is set to become the franchise 26th captain, according to reports. Hockey fans gathered near Legends Row, where many former captains are honored outside of Scotiabank Arena, and shared their opinions about Matthews with CTV News Toronto. Perry Shepard from Cox Cove, which is NL, said he thinks Matthews should have become captain a long time ago. Since being drafted first overall by the Leafs 8 years ago, Matthews, who hails from Scottsdale, Arizona, has won the Calder Trophy as Rookie of the Year, 3 Richard trophies as an NHL's top goal scorer, and a Hart Memorial Trophy as a league MVP. The 26-year-old would be the first American-born captain in franchise history. Tavares from Mississauga has been in the role since 2019. Some hockey fans across Canada don't think Matthews should take the lead. The former Leafs player Dale McCourt's son, Derek, echoed Gallagher's sentiments, adding that he prefers longtime Leafs player Morgan Rayleigh. Matthews has scored 368 goals, 281 assists, and 649 points since he started playing with the Leafs. And now moving forward to the sports news, the next time the Toronto Maple Leafs plays a hockey game with just our center, Austin Matthews, will have a C on his jersey. Matthew, who is 26, was named the team's new captain in a press conference on Wednesday. He takes over from John Tavares, who had held the captaincy since 2019. Matthews signed a 4-year with a U.S. $53 million contract extension last August that kicks in from the upcoming season. Tavares, meanwhile, is scheduled to hit free agency next summer. Tavares was present at the news conference and said he supported the decision. The 33-year-old said he called Matthews in late July to inform him of the captaincy switch. Over 8 seasons with the Maple Leafs, Matthews has collected plenty of hardware. He won a 2017 Calder Trophy as top rookie, the 2022 Hart Trophy as MVP, and is a 3-time Richard Trophy recipient, including last year when he scored a career-high 69 goals. But he is still looking to add a Stanley Cup to his collection. In April, the Maple Leafs lost in the first round of the playoffs for the 6th time in 8 seasons. A major games defeat the Boston Bruins, in which Matthews managed to just 1 goal while battling injury. And now the team is hoping a leadership shakeup can change its postseason fortunes. And now moving to today's weather forecast, we got mainly cloudy this afternoon. The temperature is now 25 degrees. And tomorrow we will get a risk of thunderstorms, so temperature will be 25 degrees. And now moving forward for an interesting fact, I want to talk about the greatest hockey player of all time. Is of course Austin Matthews. And yes, I have mentioned it twice, but now I'm talking about Austin Matthews. So Austin Taylor Matthews is an American professional ice hockey center and an alternate captain for the Toronto Maple Leafs of the National Hockey League. Matthews became the first player in modern NHL history to score 4 goals in his NHL debut. He scored 40 goals in his first season in 2016 to 2017, setting the Maple Leafs rookie record and becoming just the second rookie since the 2004 and 2005. Look out to reach the milestone. He is just the 4th teenager in the league history to accomplish the feat. His performance won him the Calder Memorial Trophy as an NHL top rookie for the season. In addition, he has been chosen to represent Toronto as an All-Star 6 times in 2024. Matthews set the single season goal record of the salary cap era with a total of 69 goals, surpassing Alexander Ovechkin's 65 in 2007 and 2008, and winning his 3rd Rocket Richard in 4 seasons. So I have a 6th fact about Austin Matthews. The only Arizona reared played active in the NHL is Sean Couturier. He was raised in Canada, if you're keeping track. Matthews is half Mexican, born in California, raised in Scottsdale, and played his draft year in Switzerland. Doesn't get much more non-traditional than that. As is well known, Matthews missed the 2015 draft cutoff by 2 days. His father told Scott Burnside of the ESPN that it was Austin's own fault because he was, scrap all that. On a related note, from the same Burnside's article comes the story of Matthews' first ever hockey practice taking place at this time his younger sister was to be born through. No. Austin Mothers is agreed. No. Sorry about that. My apologies. Matthews finished fourth in Swish NLA regular season points, scoring last season with 1.28 points per game. Removed players who played 12 games or fewer, and finished second behind Pierre-Marc Bouchard. Here's head coach Mark Crawford on Matthews' acclamation to the Swish NLA as a recently turned 18-year-old. By his second or third game, he was the team's top guy, and by his seventh or eighth games, he was a class of the league. Safe to be perhaps a better shooter than a playmaker if you had to pick. Matthews finished first in the Swish NLA in goals per game, which 24 hours and 36 games, he finished fourth in overall goal scoring, but missed the 5 games waiting for his residency permit to be authorized on his 18th birthday, and missed some games with a back injury as well. He's extremely good at shooting the puck with his different release points, and he makes those real good small area plays, which is NHL now, said Crawford off his shot. Established elite NHLers John Tavares, Patrick Kane, and Tyler Seguin opted to play in the Swiss League to keep warm during the 2012-13 lockout. They were 23, 25, and 20 years old, respectively at the time. None were necessarily bringing their air games, but Tavares posted a 1.50 points per game, Kane a 1.50, and Seguin a 1.38. Matthew posted 1.28 at age 18. Matthew is a student of Maple Leafs skills development consultant Darryl Belfry. Matthews was rumored to be working with Belfry recently in Florida for 2 weeks after his Swiss season ended, in order to get him prepared for the upcoming World Championship. And that's all for me. When we come to the end of my segment, tune in for next week's news, weather, and a very interesting fact. My name is Kevin Ruja, and it's back to you, Aiden.
You know what? I'm going to say this, Kevin. I'm not very in the hockey world, but from what I can hear, this news is so important. One thing I do know is that the Maple Leafs, well, this is my information that I'm going to share with you. I know that the Toronto Maple Leafs are our team, and my brother-in-law loves the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's the two things I know about hockey. And I will ask everybody else here, can you guys tell me what is your favorite team? But obviously, I know Kevin's is the Toronto Maple Leafs. But what about Logan and Jeff? Are you guys big on hockey? Do you watch a lot of hockey? Because I don't watch a lot of hockey, but do you watch a lot of hockey?
No,
It's a good
not
question.
really into hockey.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. What about you, Logan? Do you watch hockey a lot?
No, not really.
Okay, that's fair. For anybody in the chat right now, please share with us who is your favorite Toronto Maple Leaf. What should I say? Who is your favorite member of the Toronto Maple Leafs? Obviously, I know which one Kevin's is, but if you guys want to share your favorite, type in the comments down below to tell us which one is your favorite. I don't know favorites in hockey, just like how I don't know favorites in basketball or any type of game that has a team sport. But from what I hear, it's big news. Thank you so much, Kevin. Anyways, time for some second gaming news. And this one is actually very, very important because, I'm seeing in the chat before I go into my second gaming news, people are saying Austin Matthews, and Bernadette say, oh wait, Dave Poland. Oh my goodness, these are names I don't even know about. I might need to look it up later. Anyways, second gaming news. Let's keep right on track. If you guys know, I actually talked about this when this happened in April, but Nintendo officially shut down their Nintendo 3DS service, their online service in April. But some players really didn't want to log off and stuck around, keeping the service going. However, after nearly 4 months, it seems just one person is left standing. They are now the last person still playing their 3DS online in 2024. Don't tell them that because I'm actually doing it too, so technically make that 2. In January, Nintendo officially announced its plans to shut down both 3DS and Wii U online services on April 8th at 7 p.m. And a lot of people were really happy with this. I wasn't happy with this because that means anything related to the online service, like, for example, Nintendo's Badge Arcade. I loved Badge Arcade, getting the badges and just showing them off. And you won't be able to get that anymore because guess what? They canceled it. But for some odd reason, there are people that keep it going. For example, Mario Maker did not stop, and some Wii U players stuck around, becoming known as the Crazy Eight. And there were 8 members that kept the online service going. They ended up beating an old record set by players who failed to quit Halo 2 when the OG Xbox network was shut off. But even these persistent players and other 3DS stragglers have since discontinued due to technical issues. And now only one person is still around, a sole 3DS owner still playing Mario Kart 7 online. So, what does that mean? Before Nintendo shut down the service, if you were on the Nintendo network and you didn't shut your DS off, you would be able to stay on the network permanently. And Fish Guy 6564, what a name, talked about his refusal to let the 3DS service officially die. He told the outlet that at first he wasn't sure if he and others would get to stick around once Nintendo flipped the kill switch. But unfortunately, he has told the outlet that to ensure he's always connected to the internet and his 3DS is always online, that he set up an interruptible power supply to the handheld console and stashed it in a cabinet where no one can touch it. While it's possible that his internet connection could go out or the 3DS could die from a number of failure points, Fish Guy says that he could go on forever if everything works out. However, he did admit that eventually there will be a point where I think it will be appropriate to send off the service on my own terms. When that happens, or what happens to it, he will get to decide when to officially, completely kill off the 3DS online network. No, I actually have been modding my 3DS as well, and I've been loving my 3DS because I've been seeing things that I forgot about for several years. If you guys have a 3DS, guys, you should really boot it up and see what games you had on it because I had a ton of games, and I love playing every single one. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. So this has been your second gaming news. Next up, we're going to be Logan. And what is Logan going to be sharing with us? Well, obviously, he is our cooking chef, and he's going to be sharing with us his cooking knowledge he has learned. What is he going to share?
Hello, Youth Connect. I am Logan, and for this week, today's topic will be all about honey. I'm going to talk about how bees go about making honey, how honey is harvested and sold commercially, as well as, of course, honey as a culinary item. So, to start on the process of making honey, we'll have to start, of course, with this guy. This is a honeybee, and this particular honeybee is collecting a bunch of nectar from this here flower. And so what the honeybee does is it takes that nectar from the flower and it transports it back to the hive. From there, the bees process the nectar in their mouth, chemically converting it into what we know as honey before they deposit it into their young larvae to help feed them and nurture the whole colony. Yes, that does essentially mean that honey is technically bee spit. So sorry to burst everyone's bubble there, but it's still delicious and we're going to move on. So from there, any honey that is left over from the feeding process is stored into these special honeycomb cells that bees make. It's made out of beeswax and it's used to store any leftover honey that's, left over from the feeding process. So when you think about how beekeepers are harvesting honey and you think, oh, that's very cruel towards the bees, they're stealing their food. Technically, beekeepers are only really taking away what the bees have in excess. They're still making sure that the hive is still getting plenty of food for the young, and that's how they keep the process sustainable. Now, we all know what beehives look for like in the wild, but those are pretty impractical for farming bees for honey, or as we all know it, beekeeping. So Domesticated farmed bees for beekeeping are often kept in these special beekeeping boxes in place of hives. Ooh, wow, the glare is really bright on that. Let me see if I can tone it down. There we go. Now, these hives look very different. If you were to open one up, you'll see, normally it'd be surrounded by a bunch of bees, but this one here is empty. You'll see a little box, and inside that box is a bunch of little wooden removable frames. These frames are what's known as slated racks, and these are basically the stands-in, for the beeswax honey cells that bees normally make. Bees that are kept in these boxes are encouraged to use these wooden racks to essentially make the honeycomb cells to store their honey. And so from there, when the honey is ready to be harvested, the beekeeper will pull out each of these racks one at a time. This one's empty, but as you'll see from this picture here, this one's full of those honeycomb cells. And all these little specks over here are honey that's sealed in beeswax. So from this step here, the worker then has to separate the honey from the wax. And in order to do that, it is most commonly, beekeepers will most commonly use what's known as a centrifuge. A centrifuge like this one is basically just a big barrel where they place all the different honeycomb racks. And then basically what they do is they kind of spin the centrifuge at very high speeds. And what this does, it essentially forces the honey out of the beeswax where it can then be collected. And from there, there still might be some like little particles of beeswax within the honey, and there are a few ways for beekeepers to remove it. They can either strain them out with like a sieve, or they can boil the honey, and that will separate the honey and the remaining beeswax into an easily removable layer. Okay, so now that everyone knows how honey is harvested, I'll talk about something more in my field, honey as a culinary item. Now, honey is most commonly used as an alternative sweeteners in recipes, and it's also used to add a subtle floral note to the dishes it's added in. It can be spread on toast, it can be used in a bunch of different baked goods. You see it quite a lot in like different like southern barbecues, like with like honey garlic sauce, or like this week I made a honey cornbread courtesy of Miss Jenna. And so yeah, honey is also substantially more healthy than most other sweeteners. For reference, a tablespoon of honey has 6 less calories than the same amount of corn syrup, as well as 2 grams less of carbohydrates. At the same time, it also has a bunch of different health benefits, such as soothing cough and promoting regularity. Now, that just about does it, but before I leave off, I will give you all a little fun fact that I learned about honey. Now, honey is one of very few foodstuffs in the world that almost never spoils. No matter how long it's left out, it will pretty much never go bad. This is due to a combination of 2 things. Its high acidity, as we know, the stronger and more acidic something is, the harder a time bacteria has surviving within it, and as we all know, bacteria would be the reason why most foods go bad. But due to honey's high acidity compared to other sweeteners and syrups, bacteria can't really live in it. And another reason for this is honey's very low water content. As we all know, honey is a very viscous liquid, and which means that it has very low water. And that bacteria needs that water to survive. If it can't have it, then bacteria won't grow in it. As such, honey can be stored for an incredibly long time. As far as we're concerned, honey pretty much never spoils. It's one of the few foodstuffs that never does that. So much so that archaeologists have even managed to uncover several Egyptian tombs estimated to be thousands of years old. And in these tombs, they actually had jars of honey that were still perfectly edible. So yeah, pretty interesting fact about honey. So that just about does it for this week. Thank you so much for listening in on my conversation with you and me about honey. And so yeah, back to you, Aiden.
I've heard a lot of things about honey, and more importantly, the important factor of extracting honey. You know, it's a big thing. A lot of people say that the way they do things is so interesting. There's so many different ways. I like the centrifuge one you gave. I've also heard some beekeepers love to use rollers with little spiky ends that they use to get the honey out. There's so many different ways. Every single beekeeper has their own way of extracting the honey. You might be surprised. There's actually over 20 different styles that they can do to remove the honey. It's quite amazing. And did you guys know that bees can go up to 15 miles per hour? That is one fast bee. My goodness. And they make 1/12 ounce of honey every single time they put one into one of the little kind of hexagons that are in nature. And actually, honeycombs have been honeycombs are the way we learned about hexagons, the shape that was naturally created by something created in nature, a natural shape. How amazing is that? Because all the other shapes that we've come up with have been kind of man-made, but hexagons, such a complex shape, but has done so much. And honey's used everywhere. I use honey all the time. I will ask everybody, guys, what's your favorite way of eating honey? I'm gonna say mine. It's very unique. A piece of toast with peanut butter and honey. Oh, it's delicious. Do you guys have like a favorite way you like to eat honey?
If there's like probably honey cereal, I would have something like that.
Ooh, honey nut
Like
cereal?
honey nut Cheerios. I love honey
Honey
nut
Nut Cheerios, yeah.
Ooh, honey nut Cheerios are delicious, made with real honey. Oh, delicious. What about Logan? Logan, what's your favorite way of eating honey? Is it just on its own? Is it with something? Is it on top of something? What is it?
I'm going to say something that's pretty out there compared to the rest of you. Honey garlic chicken wings. A
Ooh,
perfect combination of
interesting
sweet,
way.
savory, and funky.
I like that. And for everybody that's in the watching right now, what is your favorite way of using honey? Is it honey styled wings? Is it candied honey? Is it a honey lollipop? Oh, what? There's so many different ways to eat honey. Oh, makes
I'll
me
eat
want to have some delicious.
I'll eat the real honey. It's
Honey and tea, I see. Ooh, that's such a great choice. All right. Thank you so much, Logan. We learned a lot about honey today, and I love to talk about that topic. Anyways, next up is your board game news. And board game is similar to video game because it's a board game. Instead of playing it on a screen, you play it on a board, hence the name board game. And today's board game is called Bloodstones. So what is Bloodstones? Bloodstones is a fantasy war game for 1 to 6 players featuring 6 different races, each with their own specific powers and its own mix of units represented by domino-shaped tiles. Some of these units will be unique to that race, such as dragons to the dragon riders and giants to the hillfolk. The aim of the game is to have the most victory points, which can be gained by building your own villages and raiding those of other players, and by winning battles. At the start of the game, people start arranging their tiles and stacks, and from there, they will start with a hand of 5. Actually, a hand of 9 if at max players. And the main part of the game proceeds with the player turn. And you can do many actions like building, raiding, or starting a fight. At the end of the game, the player with the most points basically wins. And with 2 players, this will be 2 times. And with 3 or more players, 2 times. So basically, if a player wins 1 time with 2 players, they win. No, sorry, 2 players, you have to win 3 times. 1 player, you have to win twice. And 3 players, you have to win 2 times. Okay, so that's a lot of wins you got to do to win this game. So if you want to play a game where you have to battle it out like an Age of Empires style board game, I recommend that you check out Bloodstones. Anyways, though, this has been your gaming news. And finally, it's time to come to our favorite part. Next up is Jeff, and Jeff's going to be bringing us some live music.
Hi everybody, I'm Jeffrey, and it is that time again to bring you for me to bring music to you, your live music. Anyway, I'm gonna be playing "Could You Be Loved" by Bob Marley. So hope you're ready to dance. Could you be loved and be loved? Could you be loved and be loved? Don't let them fool ya. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Even try to school ya. Oh no, oh no. We got the life mind of all, so go to hell with what you're thinking, it's not right. Love will never leave us alone. I'm in the darkness where you must come out to light. Could you be loved and be loved? Could you be loved and be loved? Love is right rocking, and you may stumble too. While you point your finger, someone else is judging you. Could you be loved? Could you be loved? Could you be loved? Could you be loved? Don't let them change ya. Or even rearrange ya. We got the life to live. Ooh, ooh, ooh. They say, only. Oh, let the fist is stop, the fist is shall survive. Stay alive. Stay alive. Hey, could you be loved and be loved? Could you be loved and be loved? Oh, you've been in darkness, seen the great light. Could you be loved? Could you be loved? Could you be loved? If your light be your guide, everything's gonna be alright. Could you be loved? Could you be loved? Could you be loved? Don't let them change ya. Or even rearrange ya. Ooh, ooh. We got the life to live. Ooh, ooh, all night. Get up, 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 Get up now. We've been sitting down too long. Get up, get up, get up now. Get up now. Up the A. Could you be loved and be loved? Could you be loved and be loved? Whoa. Never gonna miss the water till you're around dry. Matter how you treat me, and you'll never be satisfied. Could you be loved? 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 Say something, say something, say something, say something, say something, reggae, reggae. Say something, rockers, rockers, say something, reggae, reggae, say something, rockers, rockers, say something, come on and say something. Never gonna miss the water till you're all inside. Matter to be satisfied. Could you be loved? Could you? Oh, could you be loved? Late or night, be gonna be alright. Could you be loved? Could you be loved? Could you be loved? Come on and say something. Go on and say something. Say something. Say something. Reggae, reggae. Rockers, rockers. Reggae, reggae. Rockers, rockers. Reggae, reggae. Rockers, rockers. Reggae, reggae. Rockers, rockers. Reggae, reggae. Rockers, rockers, reggae, reggae, rockers, rockers, reggae, reggae, rockers, rockers, reggae, reggae, rockers, rockers. Say something, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something. Come on. Thank you, everybody. This is Jeffrey, your live musician. See you all next time, and make sure to check out my website, jeffreyankman.com. Anyways, back to you, Aiden. Bye, everybody. See you next time.
a serious question to ask. Could there be love? I will say this. Your riffs were absolutely amazing, Jeff. Oh, hold on. I think my camera just shut off. But as I'm gonna say, I feel like we need to focus on the importance of love. And you know what? I feel like if we love each other a little bit more, the world would be a much better place. So, could there be love? Can you make there be love? I know I can share my love with you, but will you share your love with me? That's how it works. I don't know. I feel like it's a great song, and Jeff, you played it like a pro. Anyways, this has been the end of our Youth Connect. If you like Youth Connect, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to click the
And make sure
notification bell.
to click the notification bell.
Yeah, that's right, Jeff, and that's right, Kevin. Anyways, guys, I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Do something fun. It may be a bit gloomy today, but do not worry. I've heard it's going to be clearing up, hopefully, in the weekend. Thank you so much, guys, and we will see you all next time. Thank you so much to Logan, Kevin, and Jeff for showing up today. And thank you for all the watchers watching right now. Stay till the end. I appreciate you staying. Right. Catch you later, guys. Bye.